Here we are again with another Castlevania creature. This time it's the Stone Rose. We get a nice artwork from the wiki this time. Stone Rose is a massive flower that stalks dark places filled with death. Their supple vines, leaves, and petals are a punishing lie, hard as the stone they consume, guarding a tender inner flesh that hungers for stone, blood, and bone. Also known as man-eating flowers, stone roses are rarely seen, though thought to be an advent of mad druids or Wiccan botanists. It is unclear if they are truly created or if they hail from some dark corner of reality. So we'll get to the sidebar later because it pertains to one of their abilities, but they're a level 5 rare earth plant creature. They have a perception of 9 and tremor sense precise 60 feet, but they have no vision. They cannot see. They have to rely on tremor sense and hearing and scent. So they have athletics and stealth, not much else. They have a strength of 3, dex of 2, con of 6, -4 intelligence, wisdom of 2, and 0 charisma. Defensively, they have 23 AC, a fortitude of 16, reflex of 9, and will of 13, with 84 hit points and an immunity to poison. However, they are resistant to bludgeoning 2, piercing 2, water 5, and are weak to slashing 5. However, they have a way to deal with that. So for one action, they can activate Stone Petal Defense. The Stone Rose closes its flower and roots itself until the beginning of its next turn. It loses its weakness to slashing, gains resistance 8 to physical damage except adamantine, is immobilized, and gains a +2 circumstance bonus to AC. Its flower can be forced open against its Fortitude DC, to end this effect early. While its flower is closed, it cannot use Sow the Field or use its Jaws Strike. If it is forced to move, its roots untether, reducing the bonus to AC to +1 and reducing the physical resistance to 5, basically giving you a halfway in-between point. They only have a speed of 10 feet. They're very slow. They have a Jaws Strike with +16, which has the Backstabber, Grapple, and Versatile B traits, and deals 98 +9 piercing damage. And a ranged Stone Seed attack at +15, which has a range increment of 20 feet, which deals 2d6 +4 bludgeoning damage, plus Rooting Stone. And we get straight into Rooting Stone. So, Rooting Stone is an earth incapacitation, primal, and plant ability. So there's a lot of ways to potentially mess with this. Like you can use the thing that kills plants and it can help deal with this effect. And if you've got any resistances to any of these, it's useful. When a creature is exposed to the Stone Rose's stone seeds, their root takes it immediately in the target, making the target clumsy 1 until they escape, DC 20. To remove the seed at the end of their turn, a creature made clumsy this way must attempt a DC 22 fortitude save. If the creature becomes clumsy 4 while affected by rooting stone, the stone roots consume them, causing them to become permanently petrified. On a critical success, the creature is unaffected and they may attempt to escape immediately without applying multiple attack penalty to the attempt, so they basically get a free escape attempt. On a success, you're simply unaffected. On a failure, the creature increases its clumsy condition by 1 and suffers a status penalty to its speeds equal to 5 feet times the clumsy value until the seed is removed. On a critical failure, as a failure, except the clumsy value increases by 2. And they have Sow the Field. For 2 actions, they spread a cascade of deadly floating speeds in a 30-foot cone. For 1 minute, these spaces become hazardous terrain even to flying creatures, dealing 2 piercing damage and 1 persistent poison damage each time the creature enters an afflicted space. Fire or strong winds can clear affected areas of these seeds, such as by using Breathe Fire or Gust of Wind. A creature wielding a source of fire, like a torch, can interact to clear an adjacent space of seeds. So if you've got a torch, you can spend an action to clear out a 5-foot space. And then to save their victims, the victims of stone roses are fortunate if they have friends. The stone seeds that root and petrify them can be removed after petrification sets in, though doing so requires either a successful crafting check, DC 22, to safely chisel all the seeds off over the course of 10 minutes, or to hack the seeds off individually with force, which requires you to overcome the petrified target's hardness, which is 8, and you deal any leftover damage to the petrified creature as well. So this is potentially doable, but dangerous, especially if they were already at low hit points. When all the seeds have been separated from the petrified creature, they will begin to unpetrify, becoming slowed 2 for 1 minute, and then slowed 1 for 1 minute before fully recovering. I always found the stone roses really memorable. They're only like one place in the entire castle, but the way that they weave back and forth and can petrify you really early, as well as the weird screams they make when you hit them, always stood out to me in Symphony of the Night. So they're quite memorable, along with the Diplocephali, which is in the same room as them. But let me know what you thought in the comments below. You can find this creature as well as many other creatures 100% free on my Patreon, which the link will be in the description below. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.